This may or may not be conjecture, but in as much as I'm able to, I've verified what I'm about to say, which is it looks like WordStream Advisor is shutting down, which is nuts because it was one of the industry leaders in the SaaS space as far as Google Ads management is concerned. So there's a Reddit thread that I'm going to link to, and the Redditor is always the first to know, right? But what's interesting about the Reddit thread is they talk about the updated API. Here's a screenshot of an email thread between somebody and their WordStream account rep confirming that WordStream is in fact shutting down by January 31st, 2022. And then I've got an email that I also stole. We're reaching out to let you know as of January 31st, 2022, WordStream's Advisor software will be discontinued. And apparently, if the Redditors are to be believed, and I generally believe them, it's an API issue. So Google updated their API from the Google AdWords API to the Google Ads API, and WordStream just didn't want to play ball. And so they've chosen, and they were purchased, I forget by who, Garrett, I think it says in here. That was Larry Kim's business. I think they sold for like $150 million too, which blew me away at the time. But yeah, so a bunch of people talking about going over to like AdZuma or Optimizer, which Optimizer is owned by our buddy Fred Vallis. So if you want some, yeah, they were acquired by Gannett. If you were on WordStream and you're looking for a piece of software, I'd recommend Fred. We don't use Optimizer, and honestly, there's nothing against it. I think it's brilliant. I think Fred is brilliant. I'm just not ready to let a bot manage our campaigns yet. And I mean, don't trust me when I say that because I'm an agency. And so the day that happens, it sort of, inhibits the agency's ability to provide value. But so far, we've been able to outperform all the bots. Here's why I think this is so interesting, though. So a couple of things. Number one, WordStream's still selling Advisor. So that makes me wonder, like, is this legit or is this, I don't know. There's a lot of data points. But, I'm like, I tried to chat with somebody and they wouldn't chat with me, but they're selling Advisor both for WordStream directly and then also for agencies. And when I go and try to sign up, like it lets me buy the thing, which I wonder about. Now, I've been in a situation before where we were onboarding with a software company while they were sunsetting and, operations hadn't told sales anything, which is always really scary. Here's the thing that the point that I wanted to make, though, is you have to be so careful about the SaaS product that you end up relying on. Way back in the day, there was I'm trying to remember the name of it, Optify. There was a SaaS product called Optify. It was a marketing automation suite, kind of like an Infusionsoft or HubSpot, but scaled down and specifically for agencies, and it was super cheap. It was like $100 per seat or something. So I had 20 some odd clients on it, which at the time was the majority of our, I think we had 30 clients, and I had 20 of them were on Optify, and they went under overnight. It was like this midnight move out, and they took all landing pages, contact lists. I mean, everything you would, currently have on your HubSpot account, they took with them. Like it all went down. It was freaking catastrophic. And it taught me a really important lesson about software and being overly reliant on software. And so now, we've got SOPs to back up and those types of things, but I just worry, all the agencies and maybe agencies are going to be a little bit more equipped to contend with this, but, small businesses, anybody that was using WordStream's Advisor software, like the ability to become wholly reliant on something like that is really strong. So note for all of us, right? Like we use PPC Samurai for monitoring, building rules engines, those types of things. But if it went away tomorrow, like that would suck, but we'd be able to, like we have all the SOPs kind of written in as a redundancy. So any software that you have that you are 100% reliant upon is, if that's your business, that's your business, right? And it's crazy how one API change from Google would trigger WordStream, which is a massive company, owned by a massive company, to just sunset their flagship product. It doesn't make any sense to me. Now, there's, really smart people making way more money than I make making those decisions. So obviously they ran the numbers and decided like, okay, this just doesn't make sense for us to rebuild everything from the ground up, comply with the new API, which according to the Redditors is even more robust. So I think this is super, what's the word? It's just a great lesson to learn. If you can learn from other people's mistakes, right? This is just a great lesson to learn and something to remind all of us of. Go take inventory of your tech stack and just ask yourself with every single one of these, like if I were playing Jenga and I had to take this particular piece of software out, like what would happen to my business? I worry about that with Zapier sometimes. Like if the folks over at Zapier wake up and decide to start actually charging what they're worth, or if it just goes away, oh goodness, it would be horrible. Go High Level is another one. I just had Sean on this morning for a video, an interview, and I mean, brilliant, brilliant guy. But if GHL ever goes under, like our entire Montessori agency, we'd survive. But man, would that just be hard. Yeah, so take inventory of your tech stack, take a look at what it is that you're overly reliant upon, and see if you can build redundancy. Because, you know, if you're one of those agencies that's on WordStream Advisor right now, like, man, I'd be scrambling trying to find a replacement or a supplement. I'm going to go reach out to our boy Fred and see if he's gotten word of this and if he's capitalizing on it, because if I were him, man, I'd be pounding the pavement and trying to get a hold of that list somewhere. If you're on Advisor, let me know if you've gotten that email. I'd really like to see it firsthand so I know that this is 100% legit. I'd also be interested, if you're on Advisor, what it is y'all are moving towards, or if you're going to go the direction of, you know, actually managing your own campaigns, which I think is advisable, no pun intended. I never liked WordStream, their software. Their content's great. It's awesome. They're gold standard. But that Advisor software was always crap. It wasn't ever any better than Google's own advice, and that was always crap. So for me, I was like, why do I want two people telling me what not to do? Anyway, that's all I got. I hope this video was helpful. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give us a thumbs up. That lets YouTube know we actually know what we're doing. We shoot a video every single day. So if you want to be notified, hit that subscribe button. And if you have any input, don't hesitate to hit us up in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. We get very little human interaction. Thanks for supporting our channel, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow.